Amanda Perna, and I am here at the Cornell Museum in Old School Square. I am here with my girls, and while you can't be in here with me right now, which makes me so sad, at least we can take a tour together, and I'll give you some of the little behind the scenes kind of info that you don't get when I'm not here. So all of these pieces in here, my team and I made either for this or I've already had that came from my archives of pieces I just love. So I did two statements in the room. So the first is called The World is Your Runway, From Runway to Reality. So within these statements, and those are the 5 that are all around the room, I did one that is something that is more ready to wear and wearable, and then one more avant-garde couture kind of piece that's something you would typically see on the runway. Every time that I do a runway show, it always translates back into what can you actually wear, because obviously a lot of these pieces are a little bit big to be running around town in. So this is one of my absolute favorites. This was a crazy piece, and it took 3 of us to carefully position. All of these strips are from the Hmong Hill tribe people, and we took all of these strips, I cut them all and strategically placed them, and then we had to hand sew everything together because there was no way this was working on the sewing machine. And then this is a more wearable thing that you could wear around town or to lunch or dinner. So the next statement here, pink is my power color. I believe everybody should have a power color. It's what makes you feel alive. So for me, anytime that I'm sad or confused like I am right now, and we all are, pink is my color. So I like to wear a lot of pink on days that I need a little extra boost. So this skirt here is actually one that I brought that got me on Project Runway. It is, I want to say 1,000 of these circles that are about this big that my husband actually cut, bless him, poor thing gets dragged into all my shenanigans. And then I hand tacked them all onto the skirt that I had stitched previously to put them on. So that's the runway piece, and then this is our more reality piece. So it's something that you could wear it with jeans, you can dress it up, dress it down. That's what I really like in a lot of the pieces I create, is to think, what are the different ways you can wear them? And I like to be sustainable, so it's how many different ways can you wear each piece so they'll last a really long time. So then the next group, and you'll see around the room I have little illustrations that I did quickly of the pieces. So this was another one. This is actually one of our best-selling pieces. We can do it lined or unlined. We did it over a bathing suit is how we originally did it, as a cover-up. And one of the magazines called it the most creative cover-up of that year, which was a pretty exciting title for her. And so we dressed her up a little bit and put a bodysuit underneath with some feathers. And then here's her avant-garde sister. I like to just do freeform draping a lot of the times where it's just like loose and fluid and not too controlled. So she's the one watching from the corner. She's too cool for school, so she didn't want to hang out with all the other girls. She's just sitting there watching them and making sure nobody touches things too, right? So this is the next group. This is one of our best-selling prints that I created. We call it Pop Floral. So you have a jumpsuit. We like to do a lot of pieces where it's something that you said, as I love to call it, where you should wear a dress, but you want to wear the pants. So we have a lot of things that are like a dress over pants. But this is one of the prints that I just absolutely love, and we keep bringing it back season after season because people like it too. And then we have the sequins. So this one I made during what was the hurricane last year that was supposed to come and didn't come. I started sewing this then once we knew the exhibit was happening. So I had this in the middle of my living room, and I was trying to drape this thing while surrounded with like all my plants from my patio. I should have taken pictures of it because it was pretty crazy, but I made this one at home while I was sitting there to go with this piece here, which is one of my favorite pants that we've ever done. I really love things that are asymmetrical and a little unexpected. So this is one of those pieces. We showed this one at LA Fashion Week a few years ago, and she still stayed one of my favorites after all these years. And then we have the 3 babes in the center. So as you can see, I made some couture masks for them for this video because you all need to be wearing masks outside to protect yourself and others. So these were a little bit crazier versions of the masks that I'm making. But this one here took over 300 yards of fabric. It took 3 of us about a week and a half. One of the girls on my team pulled it out and cut it, and then another one stitched it, and then I strategically hand tacked them all into here to make it this big cupcake, so to speak. I didn't think I was going to survive this dress, full disclosure, because it was like a lot. And we were starting to lose our minds and never want to see tulle again, which I never thought I'd say, but accurate. And then this is one of my favorite styles that we do. As you can see, it's a sister to the longer version like I have on. We do them in solids, we do them in ombres, we do them in prints. And it's just something that's super easy, especially for those of us living in Florida where you have to go run out real quick, but you still want to look polished. Throw on a kimono and a poncho and you're good to go. So we do a lot of these. And then this has been a crowd favorite of the room. So it's all machine embroidered fabric, and then we went back in on top and we started adding these little crystal flowers, and then Swarovski crystals throughout. I just wanted a nice texture and variety of textures. It's one of the things that I look for every single time that I'm designing is how many textures can I add, because I just think textures make things a little bit more interesting than it being all flat in one note. So then I love tulle clearly. So I made a big tulle, I called it my tulle boa. So just a big ruffle that's around her that you could put over a little black dress or something even to elevate it even more. And then for me, a lot of times I do work where there's something interesting in the back, because a lot of people think of interest in the front, but you don't think about the back, but people see you coming and going. So you want to have something cool in the back too. So a lot of the pieces that I do, and actually all of these in the center, you can see have a little interest in the back. So it's an asymmetrical point on the bottom, and when you're flat on the ground, it folds out behind you, almost like a train. And then this one has a dropped back and the feathers, so a little bit of feather detail in there. And then this one was another one that I just kind of freeform draped on my mannequin in the studio. So it's just all hand tucked, and just to give it a really nice, like, crinkly, waterfall kind of effect to go with this. A lot of these pieces, especially these three in the center, I actually had to make on these mannequins, which to a lot of people who know how to sew know that's crazy. Normally you would use a dress form, but because of the measurements of these mannequins, they were so long and lean that it didn't fit on our normal standard measurements for real people. So we had to do right on the mannequins, which made it a little trickier because I couldn't pin into it. So yeah, it created a lot of challenges, but I'm always up for a challenge. And then, should we go see my favorite one? I think we have to. Okay, so we're gonna just take a walk out here. She is in the atrium, which I'm not gonna lie, when Melanie, the curator, called me and asked if I could put something in the atrium, I played it cool because I didn't want to seem too excited, and then we were screaming and cried when after we got off the phone, because we were so excited to have the opportunity, because this beautiful building really, this is the center of the building, so it was so excited to create a piece. But me being the detail-oriented, crazy person that I am, I kept walking around from every angle and wanted something from every angle that you see. So when you look on the top, you see the crown, you see the tassels are at eye level, there's tassels all the way up to the top of it, and then it just continues down as you go. I saw the bottom of the shoes and thought, no, it can't just be plain, because I really believe more is more. I'm a maximalist. So we added fashion is art on the bottom of the shoes, just to give it that extra little finishing touch. And I have to say, of all the things I've done, this has definitely been one of my favorite pieces. I just wanted to create something with no real intention and just create something that came naturally from me. And that was this one, and she just took her form, and I'm rather pleased, which for those of you who know me know I always push myself and think I could be doing more, and always want to do better. So for me to walk out of a room and then, wow, I really like something I did, my whole team was shocked. Because I will praise everybody else, and I think everything everybody else does is amazing, but I am hard on myself because I always want to be doing better and pushing myself. But I'm so proud and so grateful for the opportunity to show in this incredible space, and to all of the people that have come to see the exhibit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm just grateful and can't wait till you could come in and see it yourself.
Do you want our eyes covered?
Nope.
We're gonna make sure you're super protected from this virus.
Well, they say it can go in your eyes, so you can't see anymore.
It really does fit every face type to the max.
How do you want yours to fit? Full cover? Her eyes still covered.
She's good.
That's on your way.
We could do a take two.